Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Campaign 13 Vanilla Sunday. I am your host, as always, Serenity Void. This here is part 7 of the entire campaign. We're in 1594, and we are looking upon a world that is actively changing, where shifts in power are happening. Regional powers are accruing more and more wealth, prosperity, and everything else. So, let's get right into it. If you want to know what happened in the last part, of course, I encourage you, please go watch that previous part. But for now, let me move my microphone just a little bit closer. I'm going to go read some national ideas from the Golden Eighth. So, the third national idea of the Golden Eighth is the Shining Frontier. Our colony is on the frontier of New Spain. As such, the military has a major presence in our colony and settlement in order to effectively deal with native threats. Threats that even our citizenry are ready to deal with at a minute's notice. Reinforced speed plus 22.5%. The fourth national idea is for God. Other colonies which had gold rushes were rapidly filled by people of bad moral character and bad faith. Access to this colony, however, is a highly restricted affair. Only the most faithful in Christianity and the Bible have a seat at this land. Tolerance of the true faith, +3. So, definitely a nation intent on converting the masses, unless they go humanist ideas. Did they go humanist by chance? They did not, so they will definitely be converting the land, as we plainly see. It's all turning Catholic, you know? It's all turning Catholic. Anyways, 1594, what wars do we have going on? If it seems like I'm a little bit more upbeat this time around. I'm not sleepy like I was in part 6. Part 6, I don't even remember what I was saying half the time, because I was very, very sleepy. But this time around, I'm more active. I'm more with it. So I got my drink here. I got some gamer sups with me. I got some Nile nectar going, and then we have here the Cheruski going after Dumnonia still. We have Mahra going after Socotra, Mosi going after Fulo, Wales going after Silesia. So those are the main wars going on. And we just saw Albania peace out. There's the lands taken from Tuscany. So, pretty meaty lands, I would say. 17 development, 17, 9, and how much is Venice? 15. And not only that, centers of trade, too, alongside the Po River estuary. So, Tuscany lost a huge amount of land. Wallachia is going after the Arutexile Empire. And of course, that is going to be a solid conquest. There is no doubt in my mind that the Arutexile Empire, my child, loses. Unfortunate. And then, Miosvakes is going to lose as well in due time because they have no allies and they're not going to get any allies. So, just how things go. Kaguda, okay, is going after 9MA for Caribbean control. Kaguda is actually having a successful Caribbean colony, interestingly enough. Wallachia, yep. And then Manila, alongside Chuchen, is going after Daiviet and Takeda. So Manila's not really doing much. It's mostly Chuchen deciding what happens in terms of land politics over here. Let's see. Yeah, Chuchen, they can smash and grab pretty much anything from Daiviet because Chuchen has over 50k troops. Not one to mess around with. And, it's the capital of the Arutexile Empire is going down, and at the same time, the Arutexile Empire's fighting back, but they can't fight back all that much, unfortunately. Wales over here getting their land occupied by Silesia, so Silesia can't really do much Cherusci just going... Well, actually, Cherusci's allied with Wales, and they have joined in the war on the side of Wales. So this is going to be interesting. Cherusci, are you going to defend your land? You're sieging down Lund, the capital of Dumnonia, which I understand, but like you need to finish that and then come back and fight Silesia if you can. Real quick, someone DM me, so I will get to that when I can. But when there's a quiet period, I will. Autotexial Empire sent back. The capital of Wallachia is saved, and you know, GG, well played. Okay. These are all just occupations. No fort has been taken down over here. So, on the surface it looks bad, but you know, Cherusci, they're able to hold their own. Silesia, they're holding out over in Sealand. I'm not sure how long they'll hold out because Cherusci's right here. They're ready to go. They are armed, prepared. And that is a stack wipe. So, a little bit of Silesian faltering. There's your peace deal over here in the east, of course. But, you know, if the Cherusci are able to, you know, unoccupy their lands and then unoccupy the Welsh lands and maybe even push into Silesia, Wales kind of like wins this war inadvertently. That's a W. Wales is even sending troops over. That's how much of an opening the Cherusci have opened up. Any other wars we got going on? Sapphire Paradox and Morocco going after Achaia and the Papal State. Mahra has brought in Shirvan and Kerman for some reason against Socotra. What is this for? This is Chabahar. Ah, okay. It's over here. I got you. I see you. Shirvan, man, that... For as big and as proud as the Basri Order once was, they have been torn asunder by Shirvan. Kind of interesting. And Wales, they're able to start pushing back. Silesia still has a lot of forces, but the Cherusci, I'm not sure how dedicated they are to this. Picardy is making a little bit of a distraction in Scandinavia, and allowing Silesia to, you know, poke and prod a little bit down in Central Europe. Oh man, said a burp. Let's see. Sapphire Paradox, they're not doing much. They've taken and burnt down any colonies that Achaia has, but you just need to transport troops over. If you transport troops over, problem solved. Jesus Christ. And okay, Silesia, they're holding strong. They're trying their best. But in terms of just mano-a-mano fighting, discipline goes to the Cherusci, morale about the same, and tactics are about the same. So overall, it's a slight quality difference, but mostly it is a quantity difference. And unfortunately, Silesia doesn't have enough in them. It's just the long and short of it. They don't. Kaguda, did you win anything over here? You have not. So, yeah, it's just it's a little bit of an unfortunate war over there. Vaikura going after Tonala and Yokuts, and nothing else right now. Remember, it's almost 1600 as well, so we are going to get a new institution very, very soon. I think also Teardrop, they're... Where's your colonist? I guess they are... Actually, can they colonize? Wait, hold on. No, they can colonize. But they are choosing to just develop their own land. Which, okay, that's... Actually, you know what? I kind of want to just have them pull back. I'm only going to do this once because maybe the AI is stuck and they don't want to develop, they don't want to expand for some reason. and this was done just inadvertently. I'll do this only once, because Teardrop is in this weird position. And if they put it back on a province to develop it, I'm not going to move it again. And they did. Okay, well, that's their choice. That is Teardrop's choice. I'm not going to interrupt them or anything. That's just... yeah. Okay. That is completely their choice. I do believe Tonala is very likely to be fully annexed in this war. But for some... how is Yokutsu like... oh, okay. They're up there. I got you. I got you. Wales. This is for... Kolobrzg. I don't know how to pronounce that. I really don't. It's right here, though, in Pomerania. So, they've got the ticking war score. It's looking good. Cheruski, what do you want out of this war? You want that land as well. Okay. How did you even get that land, Wales? Like, there's claims, there's permanent claims on the province, but I guess Wales just colonized it with the amount of colonists they have. They have 4. So, okay. I won't question it that much. Let's see. Nothing else going on right now. The province was unoccupied because Cheruski pieced out of the war, and because the Cheruski are out of the war, now it is only Wales that is in the war, and now there is finally peace. No land was exchanged, but I do think that it is a show of force of the alliance in those two powers. Wales and the Cheruski are a large force to be reckoned with. Silesia, now allied with the Autotexial Empire. They're going to need to find a different ally, though, if they really want to keep themselves afloat. Strathclyde separatists over here in the Pontic Steppe. And anything else going on? Nope. No. Everyone else is just chilling. And there is peace. Chuchen takes more from Daiviet, and Manila takes more of the coastline. Alright. And then 9MA is still going out. Oh, no. This is new. They are going after Crimson Paradox. Okay. Interesting. So 9MA thinks they can go after Crimson Paradox, which is a bold statement considering 9MA, you are 1 military tech behind. Can you really hold... can you hold out? Let me just see this. Discipline favors 9MA. Morale favors 9MA. Even the tactics do. What is going on? They are not only one, I stand correct. They're two military techs behind. How is your quality better? What is? Do you actually have winged hussars? I'm genuinely curious. So they can technically recruit winged hussars. I'm not gonna do it for them, obviously, but okay, they can. I'm just shocked that 9MA is able to do this much against Crimson Paradox. Like, the morale of armies plus 20%, that's a big fact. That is a big factor. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, Crimson Paradox has artillery combat ability and artillery damage from the back row. I am shocked that the Crimson Paradox cannot stand up to this army. Okay. Crimson Paradox, and especially because you didn't build any forts or anything. There's your one fortress, but I'm pretty sure that's from Potiguara, from when they were still around. Yeah, that is very shocking to me. Also, Mosi took over most of Fulo, so interesting stuff over there. Vaikura, they took over most of Tonala. Not all of it, but most of it. Alright. And Europe is pretty quiet as of now, but Kaguda is going after Tuscany in the excommunication war. How the hell did you get excommunicated, Tuscany? What did you do to piss off Pope Innocentius the Ninth, or the 11th? I'm sorry. What did you do? I'm gonna lower the music down just a little bit. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell you did. Just do this real quick. Because, like, there's nothing that Tuscany can do. It is just Kaguda going in and is taking whatever they want from Tuscany. Nelter League, are you? Oh, okay. Albania is just completing this conquest. Okay. I mean, did anyone see anything different happening? I didn't. It's whatever. Russia, you're at war. What? The Russian conquest of Karelia. And Picardy got forced out of Finland, so... Oh, Kurland... Wait a minute. Russia. You declared a war and... Damn. You even defeated the army of Kurland? Russia's stronger than I thought. Miltech 16, man, they have been injecting that military technology into their veins. Good gods. Yeah, that's kind of surprising. Kurland, I thought you were better than this. Like, legitimately. You have had all this time to just do your thing, build up, but has it all been for nothing? I'm guessing it has all been for nothing. And then Shamrock Paradox, they are under full invasion from Cherusci. So the Cherusci are consolidating their hold over Scandinavia. Thomond, they're not in this anymore, or they're not with anything. They are with, they're allied with Kurland, but this is just against Picardy and Kurland. That's it. Also, say hello, everyone, to Poland under the Piast dynasty. Indeed, we have Silesia that formed Poland, and hey, they got their own missions too. So, cool stuff. However, if their ruler dies, there's a succession war between Kaguda and Wales, which I think would be pretty interesting. I think Kaguda would win, but Wales has a lot of forces. I don't know if they would outright win. Might be a struggle. What other wars we got going on? We got things popping off left and right. It's called Avignon is going after Etruria and the Nelter League. Dumnonia is going after Picardy now. Cherusci and Wales going after Shamrock Paradox. Chuchen, Shimazu, and Manila are going after Ning and Jin. Goguryeo, Ning and Jin are going after Dai Viet and Takeda. Kaguda, as well as the papacy and Bavaria, are going after Tuscany, because, you know, excommunication does that to you. And then Russia is going after Picardy and Kurland, and Vicura is going after Sonora. So the conflict between Vicura and the Golden Eighth, it comes ever closer to happening. The Golden Eighth is going in on Sonora as well. It is indeed a partition war of sorts. So, soon enough, the yellow and the blue, they're gonna clash for all of North America. Ah, man. Cyprus, still only on, Achaia is still only on Cyprus. And they're still allied with the papacy. So anything over here. So Chuchen is just straight up going after Taiyuan, which is the capital of Jin, and Jin is a vassal of Ning. So in effect, Chuchen is going after Ning and is trying to establish Tibetan hegemony over China. That is probably very blasphemous for me to say, so sorry, not sorry, China. Whatever. However, Ning is also under attack from Dai Viet. Or no, Ning is attacking Dai Viet but Takeda is in that war too. So, Goguryeo was allied to Ning, but I think Goguryeo is like, it just looked at all the shit that's coming through to Ning and said no. No, I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be isolationist. I want to be in my little shelter in Korea. But yeah, Chu Chen, they're going in hard against Ning, and let's take a look. Let's take a look at the stats. Discipline favors Chu Chen. Morale favors Chu Chen. Tactics favor Chu Chen. It's clean. It's across the board. It's looking super nice for the Tibetans. So I have no reason to believe that Ning is going to win this war in any sense. They're going to be losing more troops. They're going to be losing more battles. Sieges are going to go the way of Chu Chen. Everything is on the up and up. Takeda, they're trying to retake land from Goguryeo because, of course, Goguryeo did take land from Takeda. Reformed is still trying to spread around, but the age of absolutism is coming through very soon, so that center of reformation is going to stop very soon. What is going on here? Oh, wait a minute. We have the Alemannic conquest of Bayreuth. So Alemannia is going after Bavaria again, trying to finish them off, and is going after... What's going on? Oh, okay. I didn't hear any music from like my headphones, which is on the side. I don't wear my headphones during these recordings, and when I don't hear any music, like small, like tiny music off to the side, I get worried. But no, it's still going. Let's just take a look at the diplomatic map mode. So this is what the papacy is fighting: Alemannia and Tuscany. Here's what Poland is fighting: Czechoslovakia, Courland, and Thomond. Cherusky, they're not fighting anyone. Avignon, they're only fighting Etruria and the Nelter League. And then Czechoslovakia is fighting Poland. Albania, they're not fighting anyone anymore. Okay. So Poland is going after Danzig, which is going after Courland, Thomond, and Czechoslovakia. Time will tell if the Piast dynasty can really pull this off, but we'll see. Czechoslovakia, they're going to be trying to help out, but I don't know. Poland, this iteration of Poland could be stronger than we anticipate. Alemannia is defeating papal forces in Italy, and just look at that. Let's look at that comparison. Discipline greatly favors the papacy, morale greatly favors Alemannia, and tactics favors the papacy. So Alemannia is taking super amount of casualties compared to the papacy, but the papacy, they just don't have enough troops to throw to the front line. Alemannia, on the other hand, 70k plus. Like that's a very large wave of Germans that you gotta stop. I don't think you're gonna do so. I could be wrong, but you know, I've been wrong about things before, of course. Kaguda, Saintonge is going after Puga. So Saintonge, along with Wasconia, Gascony, because of course under personal union, is just straight up fighting a 1v1 against Kaguda. So Kaguda, it was looking good against Tuscany, but they don't have any allies, and so fighting against Saintonge on your own, that's gonna lead to death. Saintonge may be one military tech behind you, Kaguda, but the quantity is just there. The quantity is going to make all the difference here. Papal forces forced back once again. Rome is under siege. Pope Innocentius XI is in crisis. I would not be surprised if after this war, the Pope died from stress. That is my assessment. And it seems as though my assessment in the Baltic is that Czechoslovakia, Thomond, and Courland cannot stand up to the Polish army. Danzig is going to become Gdansk soon enough, in my estimation. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Neosvakes, of course, is culled once more. I don't like it, but it's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Ayutthaya Bumthang going after Myeongvax and Kyon. That's a big one. That's a big one. Hold on there. Kyeonjar is a major power player in that region. You better be ready for them. Dumnonia going after Picardy. Chuchen, Shimazu, and they're still going there. Golden Eighth is trying to go after the rest of the natives. The papacy still going after Tuscany. Poland still going after the rest. And yeah, Zanskar is going after Nepal. And Dundar once more, trying to once again clean them off the map. But yeah, the big one in Asia is Ayutthaya and Bumthang going after Myeongvax and Kyeonjar. Myeongvax, they don't have any power at this point. They really don't. Kyeonjar has a lot of power. If Kyeonjar can hold the line and hold things through, like go after, like besiege Bumthang and all that, and then go down to Ayutthaya, that will be huge in my opinion, since that proves that Kyeonjar can really stand up to just about anyone in the region. They've been kind of quiet so far, but this would prove a lot of naysayers wrong. Ning, they got pieced out, and holy shit, they got chewed up. Look at that. They lost a huge amount of land. Chu Chen is large and in charge. Goguryeo, no allies anymore, only the tributary state of Dai Viet. Nepal and Dundar, they're getting fully invaded by Zanskar. And Myeongvax, they're trying to take back their own land, unoccupied, of course. Kyeonjar is over by Ayutthaya with a rogue army of sorts. I don't know how well that's going to do. Kyeonjar is on the same tech level, but Ayutthaya has more forces in the region, so it could go very poorly. Myeongvax putting up a very hefty fight and holding off Bumthang temporarily, but Ayutthaya is over here. I want to see this fight. I want to see who wins. Discipline favors Ayutthaya. Morale favors Kyeonjar very slightly. Tactics favors Ayutthaya. So Ayutthaya is, in terms of quality, much better off. And Kyeonjar, from that, my assessment in that battle, they're in danger now for this war. They may be able to take out Bumthang, but Ayutthaya seems to be more so large and in charge. Over in Europe, Saintonge finished their war against Kaguda and took a very, very healthy chunk out of the Iberian power. Poland took another chunk out of Czechoslovakia, and they're still going after Kurland, but Polish armies, they're starting to struggle a bit. Thomond and Thomond and Kurland, they're doing a number now, so things could start turning nasty for the Piast dynasty. Also, it should be noted, Cherusky took over a little bit more from Shamrock Paradox, and rebels are rocking Thomond. You got Catholic zealots over in the north, and then Finnish separatists over in Finland. So it could, like, Thomond could start breaking apart soon. It's a very real possibility. The papacy under attack from Albania, and Poland has joined in alongside Saintonge and Wasconia Gascony. So Albania is going to be facing the might of Saintonge. Saintonge has about 50k, and Poland, you know, the war with the being involved with the papacy, that's going to really draw their attention in two opposite directions. You know, they're trying to go after Danzig in the north against Kurland, and they're also trying to go help the papacy in the south. Like, it's a big struggle. It's a really big struggle. Alemanni still going after Tuscany. Oh no, Alemanni, they finished their war against Bavaria. They fully annexed Bavaria. Now they're going after Tuscany. That's what I wanted to say. Also, Poland now under attack by Wales. Wales has come back for round 2, and oh my goodness, it is a dog pile now. It was looking so nice for Poland for a brief, like, couple years, and then all of a sudden, now the Piast dynasty is crumbling under the weight of these wars. God damn. That is brutal. And Albania is actually losing battles now. The war goal is Athens, sure, but, you know, I think Albania, for once, bit off a little bit more than they could chew. The Papal armies, they are good quality. They're just not a lot of troops. But they can still pack a punch, and Albania is finding that out right now. Like, Albania just cannot one-man army this entire thing. Like, they have a huge amount of morale, that's great, but at the same time, being a one-man army is not going to be enough for this entire war. Wallachia, they might even jump in and try to go after Albania. That would not surprise me in the slightest, because, you know, Albanian armies, they're being reduced slowly but surely. Holy shit, we have Finland. Welcome to the stage, Grand Duke Erkki Tot. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but, you know, I try. I try sometimes. But yeah, if the papacy actually ends up winning this war, that is a big turning of events. Welcome to the stage, Romania. All right. So Wallachia formed Romania, and times are changing. Times really are changing. Okay, let's take a look at this. Got new wars. Let me take a sip of my drink real quick, because let me get a grasp on this. Oh man. Oh, that drink is tart. So 9MA is going after Yellow Paradox, and then Albania is, you know, fighting a war that is really hard for them to fight, as it is. Alemanni and the Cherusci are going after Tuscany. Ayutthaya and Bumthai still going after Myeongvax and Kionjar. Strathclyde still going after Tuscany. Miami going after Teardrop. And then Pasai going after Kionjar. Russia is going after Thomond and Kurland for Viborg. So, you know, Russia is trying to go into the Finnish peninsula, if I do recall where Viborg is. Shirvan and Kerman going after the Basri Order. Vaikura is going after Caddo, Huron, and OQ4. And then Wales, of course, is piling on to Poland. So, I think we're gonna go speed 3 just for a little bit, just to get a grip on things. So, Golden Eighth and Vaikura, they have done things over here, very messed up things to Sonora. Excuse me. And then Yellow Paradox being fully invaded, and because they have a stateless society government reform, you know, the sieges, they take a hell of a long time. Super, super long time. But it's like, okay, 63-day sieges, that's fine. 9MA can burn through those sieges eventually. They're going to take a lot of losses. It's 3% attrition. That's fine. But Yellow Paradox, you have to know that eventually you will lose that war. That's the long and short of it. Vaikura, they are 1 military tech ahead of Caddo, and they have a quantity advantage, but they may be stretched a little thin considering it's such a wide front with Caddo. Maybe. And not only that, you are fighting Huron, which is up here, and then OQ4 over here. OQ4 is going to be providing naval help, and they will be landing troops if possible, because they have land right here in the Yucatan Peninsula. So, possibilities, of course. Albania getting swarmed, and Poland getting swarmed as well. They pieced out with Kurland, but Wales is still rocking the place with over 50,000 troops in their borders. Russia is up here. They are doing work. They're trying to invade Kurland and invade Thomond. because, Viborg was a colony and it was burned down. Albania, of course, is... I think we can safely say that they have indeed chewed off more, or bitten off more than they could chew. So their capital is now under siege from Saintonge, and the papacy, they have greatly reduced numbers, of course, but they are still absolutely trying their best. Tuscany reduced even more, but now they are at war with Avignon. Avignon is large and in charge, I must say. And, Verona looks like it will be owned by Etruria. Oh, no. Etruria is on the run. I thought they were a vassal of Avignon. They're not. They are just declaring their own war. Interesting enough. And the Basri Order, they are trying to survive somehow up here. But Shirvan and Kerman, it's going to be Shirvan because Kerman is going to be annexed soon enough. They are taking it to the Basri Order and slowly but surely driving them into the ground. Nepal, they lost quite a bit of land to Zanskar. And Kionjar, they didn't lose any, they lost a little bit of land because Vermilion Paradox was released. But the Vermilion Paradox is a vassal of Ayutthaya now. And Myeongvax, they didn't lose any land, but they are also free and they're just kind of isolated right now. It should be noted though, Kionjar, they did not win. They, I would say they effectively lost, but they are still very much a regional power. They just need to rebuild their army and they are good to go. But it might take a while to rebuild that army, truth be told. Sapphire Paradox, they've been kind of stagnant. They've been kind of just chilling. And, as much as much as they can colonize right now, remaining this silent and just waiting, not even going after like Walaita or anything, they might prove to be a little bit stagnant, if I'm honest. Wait a minute. Albania, Alemanni is now going after the Polish. Well, where have I seen this before? Germans invading Poland. Yeah. Poland is just being dogpiled on. They have no manpower. They only have 20,000 troops on the ground. It is brutal times to be part of the Piast dynasty. I struggle to see any sort of silver lining for Poland right now, unfortunately. And that war score is only getting worse for Albania. It's only getting worse. Is Tuscany fully gone? They are not. They still have a little bit of land here, but Avignon, they took a majority of that land that surrounds Venice. So this is really good news for Avignon. They are not allied with the papacy anymore, but they are allied with Romania. They are allied with Wales. So it seems as though Avignon if they were to take on Saintonge and win, there is a chance that we see a France this game, or this campaign. I would be very interested to see if we actually get a France in here. And the papacy, they are... If the AI for the papacy is bugged, I'll restart this. Because we'll go to about like 1615. Let me just show desktop icons. So that just in case I have to restart it. I don't think I do. The AI looks fine for now, but we'll see. Anything else? I don't think so. I think we're good. Also, Cheruski, they have joined in on the back of Alemanni, and you can just see how much destruction is happening to Poland right now. Yeah, that's it's kind of brutal. It was looking so good for Silesia/Poland early in this episode. Like they were able to white peace out Wales, but now it's just oh man. And there you go, Albania was pieced out. They didn't lose that much, in all honesty. But they did lose a couple provinces in Greece, and probably were forced to give money if I had to guess. Still though, a loss is a loss for Albania. It's interesting, but at that same time, the French papacy, they're back, ladies and gentlemen. Avignon going after the Papal State. This is for Sassari. Archbishop Clemens IX is going after Pope Innocentius XII, and it is. Turns out the Pope in Rome is not the be-all end-all for the Catholic faith. No, no, no. It is the Avignon papacy that is going to be ascendant here and now. Poland, they have been pieced out by Alemanni, and man, the Germans are taking it to them. Just goddamn. And so is Shervan. Shervan absolutely demolished the Basri Order. Just look at that. Last campaign, the Basri Order was very large, very in charge, but now tables have turned. They are shattered from this point on. If I had to guess, I don't think they can come back. Not from that. That's brutal. Goguryeo is going after Bungo, but Goguryeo, can you really stand up to Takeda's armies on their own land? You need to transport these 33,000 troops over if you really want to hold out or take it to them. As of now, though, I think Takeda can effectively combat you. What are the wars? Okay, things have quieted down. I know I didn't pay attention much to the war between Vaikura and Caddo, but it has basically resulted in Caddo losing ever so slightly. Vaikura, they gained one province from Caddo. That is it. A 13 development marshland. But it should be noted, that was the capital of Caddo. So, it's a small statement, but at the same time it is a large statement. If you know what I mean. Vaikura, though, they're making strides and they're preparing for war soon enough, since the Golden Eighth, there's going to be war on the horizon. Just soon enough. Soon enough. Romania allied with Avignon as well as Russia. Kind of weird that they'd be allied with Russia, but Russia is still going after Viborg. They're winning against Thomond and slowly making way into Kurland. I'm guessing Kurland is just exhausted from fighting these other wars against other powers, so there's peace between those two. Now Russia can focus on Thomond. Thomond was forced to go Catholic, forsaking their traditions. And Simru, oh wow, I guess they completed one of their missions, right? Completed, merge these submissions and modifiers into Pendrake. Oh, okay, so they even get an option to change their name, and I think Simru is very fitting. I love that name. Let's see. So, what modifier do they get? I just want to check this. This is just my own curiosity at this point. Longbow prowess, law and yoga. Okay, there it is. That is the modifier they get, and it is for the entire game. Stability cost minus 10%. National manpower plus 10%, and more governing capacity. So, good on you, Wales. Or Simru. I really like to see it. What else can they do? Estates loyalty 55. Or what estate do you have that's not? Oh, okay. But once they get that, they'll get some good stuff. And then the last one over here, man. They get some good stuff. They really do. And they use the national ideas that I made for them a while back. So, of course, I'm happy about that. Where are your colonists at? You have 5 colonists. 2, 3. Okay, so they're actually at the point where they're not colonizing anywhere else around the world. they are just colonizing in their own land and upping the development that way, which is pretty interesting. Didn't think we were at that point already, but alright. It's all good by me. Avignon, they concluded their war against the Papal State, and they annexed a lot of land. That's not an insignificant chunk. So, yeah, Archbishop Clemens IX, good on ya. Shervan annexed Kerman, and I think October of this year will end things. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got here? So, Goguryeo still going after Takeda. However, Manila, Chuchen, and Kalka are going after Daiviet, Goguryeo, and Pasay. So basically, Chuchen and Manila and Kalka are thrashing the Koreans. That's basically what we got. And Albania is going after Tuscany, the remnants of Tuscany. But with that being said, we will end it here in October of 1615, and let's take a look at those institutions real quick. Where did we get this? Institution. Who do we want to check it with? Let's check it with Simru. Let's see, Global Trade, or the Printing Press, 1550, spawned in Lüneburg, and then Global Trade spawned in Crimson Paradox. Interesting. Fort Kick overall. Okay. I'm not gonna try to pretend I understand that, but okay. And this is the second war between 9MA and Crimson Paradox. And this time, Crimson Paradox is attacking 9MA. Interesting. I guess we will see what happens in that war come part 8. So, but yeah, I got nothing else. This has been a good part 7. Lots of action and lots of changes in my opinion. Let's go ahead and take a look at that leaderboard. So, in first place is the Golden Eighth. In second place is Avignon. In third place is Simru. In fourth place is Sapphire Paradox. In fifth place is Saint-Onge. In sixth place is Alemanni. In seventh place is Cheruski. In eighth place is Albania. In ninth place is Powhatan. In 10th place is Shervan. In 11th place is Romania. And in 12th place is Strathclyde. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in part 8.